Okay, so just before we lead up to our practice, just make sure that you have everything. Okay, so your temperature can drop quite a lot. So make sure that you've got a blanket or you've got extremities. You've got somewhere that you can put your hands because they might get quite cool, and your feet as well. As nice as it is to have our feet free, let's they should be in socks or surrounded by a jumper, you know, surrounded by a blanket of some sort. And let's decide on our position that we are going to take. And just bring our eyes to a gentle close when we feel ready. And just revisit with our eyes closed. How do we feel at this moment? Let's enter the practice, enter the time for us, consciously just feeling into how we're feeling. And make any small adjustments you might need to make. You might need to roll your shoulders, or you might be particularly drawn to a part of the body which is aching or is in pain. And just know that at some point during the practice, the thoughts may start and they may lead us away unconsciously, and we'll suddenly remember what we should be doing or what we could be doing. And let's just make an agreement with ourselves now. Just say, just for today, just for this practice and this moment, I'm not going to give myself a hard time if that happens. I'm just going to accept it as something that happens and say, thank you for drawing my attention to my distraction and just bringing yourself back to the moment. And just start to feel the back body and the position that the back body is in, the points of contact with the surface underneath. So just start off by feeling into the back of the head, the curve of the neck, coming down in between the shoulders, going right down our back through the middle to the lower lumbar and into the hips and pelvis, feeling our sit bones, feeling that contact into the bed or chair, letting ourselves meet that point of contact and to be held. And maybe you might mentally want to say, I am held. And just get to know that point of contact and that holding. You might want to visualize the chair, sofa, or bed beneath you. Stretching down the back of the thighs. Just resting, nothing to do except rest in this position. The back of the knees, back of the calves, the ankles, down to the balls of the feet. Just really beginning, just allow ourselves to let go and not punish or judge ourselves if we get distracted by maybe something that we want to get done later, or something that we heard earlier on. Now bringing our attention just to the breath as it comes in and out of the body. And let's just do this with our nostrils, feeling cool air in our nostrils as we breathe in, and then warm air in our nostrils as we breathe out. And it doesn't matter the speed of the breath. Indeed, we might find ourselves feeling that coolness and then heat more intensely or at a faster pace to start with. And we can just observe it from the tip of our nose if it's easier or more comfortable. Just imagining the nostrils maybe as a super highway, and the cool air rushing in and the warm air rushing out. Maybe as we start to relax, we start to let go. Our lips may come apart. And it's okay to swallow during the practice if that happens and your throat becomes dry. But at any point, if you become distracted or lost, or feel that you need to anchor more into safety, just return either to the nostrils and the sensation of coolness and then warmth, or to the sound of the heartbeat, the sensation of the heart beating in the chest. And again, no control, no judgment. We're not judging or controlling the rhythm or the tempo of the heart. So you can come back to these two anchors at any point during the practice. And let's keep our consciousness and our mind just aware, and our body, let's let our body relax. So let's take a tour around the body, beginning with the tip of the tongue. And you can just either imagine the tip of the tongue or just repeat those words in your head. The tip of the tongue, bringing the awareness there, bringing the awareness inside the mouth to the whole tongue. The right cheek, the left cheek, the gums, the top lip, the bottom lip, the space between the lips, the lower jaw, the upper jaw, and just the hinge on the right hand side where the lower and upper jaw meet, and on the left hand side, bringing some awareness to that area. And then the right eye, the left eye, the right eyelid, the left eyelid, the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, that space between the eyebrows, the right temple, the left temple, the brow or forehead, the very top of the head, place where we might wear a crown, the back of our head, the whole head, the whole head, the whole head. Just moving through the neck to the right shoulder and the right armpit, the right elbow, wrist, palm of the hand, back of the hand, the right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger and fifth finger. So the whole of the right arm and hand. Coming back up to the right shoulder, across the right collarbone, that small nodule in the middle, the left collarbone, left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, palm of the hand, back of the hand, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, the whole of the left hand and arm. Coming back up to the left shoulder, left collarbone, and from the centre of the collarbone, coming down to the centre of the chest, the right side of the chest, left side of the chest, the heart centre, coming down to the navel, just feeling the navel gently rise and then gently fall. The four directions around the centre of the navel. So the north, south, east and west of the navel. All those little muscles of the stomach relaxing, coming down into the hips, into that whole pelvic girdle. Just feeling the right hip, the right thigh, the right knee, kneecap, shin, ankle, heel, top of the right foot and the bottom of the right foot, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe and fifth toe. So the whole of the right side of the body. And then the left hip, the left thigh, knee, kneecap, left shin, ankle, heel, top of the foot, the ball of the left foot, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe and fifth toe. So the whole of the left side of the body completely relaxed. And the left side and the right side together. So the left side and the right side together. The whole body. The whole body with the whole head, the whole body with the whole head, the whole body completely relaxed. And those points of contact at the back of the body with the surface, the back of the head, the right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the back of the heart, the lower spine, sit bones, back of the thighs, back of the calves and heels. Those points of connection just expanding and holding. So the whole body just existing, not changing anything about the body, just letting it pause, letting it carry on its vitality, while you also take a rest and take a pause. Knowing that this space is here all the time, and that very often we lose touch with it and we get overwhelmed and it's hard to make contact. So just remember how the body feels. And just get curious, if you're able to, just about the rhythm. Maybe seeing the tide ebb and flow from the top of the head down the spine, down into the hips, and then back up through the spine to the head, just like a current. It's like a current washing everything on the inside. And just take a final couple of moments here before we start to come back. Start to come back to our day. Start to come back to the room. Becoming aware of the atmosphere of the room. Coming back to the body. Feeling the body supported. Feeling those extremities. Maybe they've cooled down a bit. Maybe you can feel that your temperature's dropped slightly. And starting with the feet, feeling the heels or the actual feet, really connecting in with the carpet or the bed. Doesn't matter what floor of any building you're on. Gravity naturally pulls you down on Earth. So just feel those points of connection and just start to bring some movement back into the feet. So it can be very small, slight contractions, movement of the ankles, whatever feels right for you. And then coming back up through the legs, maybe bringing some slight muscle contractions to the legs, flexing the feet possibly to bring some movement into the legs, and just maybe a slight lean from one side to another to bring some movement into the torso and the hips. And then becoming aware of the arms and the hands, fingers, moving the fingers very gently. Just bringing awareness, because they can be quite painful at this time of year. And then coming up to the head. And before you open your eyes, if you haven't already, just rocking the head slightly, ever so gently, being very delicate with yourselves. And then returning to the eyes being open, maybe blinking the eyes open, so we're letting that light in gradually, or opening them from a downward gaze, or maybe from behind our hands, whichever feels best for us. And then just taking some time to integrate that silence and space that we found.